going on, everyone, and welcome back to Across the Board, sponsored by MoneyBall Metrics. You have your normal, well, I take it back. It is not your normal Monday team. We have a special edition today. We have my guy, your guy, and JD's guy, Hefe, filling in for JD till he is back on the Thursday show. Hefe, great to have you on here. How are you, brother?
I'm good, man. Nice little weekend. Now ready to do 3 straight days of giving out nothing but winners.
There we go. You've been absolutely killing it?
It's been good. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. Yesterday, solid day yesterday to wrap up the week. The Diamondbacks came in clutch for us. Absolutely just piling it on to that minor league team that plays out in Colorado.
Yep.
Disappointed in the Yankees, but thus the story of the season. And the damn Brewers, even when I stopped looking at the score because I thought there's no way finally it's over, they still win.
They've been unbelievable. There's no other way to describe what the Brewers have done, but unbelievable. They don't have a ton of talent. They don't have a lot of big-name guys. They don't have a lot of pitchers you've heard of. But this team continuously wins. They hit the ball, they get on base, and they play fundamental baseball. I can tell you right now, I faded them twice this weekend. Not going to do it again. I have to see them cool off before I fade them again. They've just been too unbelievable over the last couple of weeks, even over the whole season. They've just proved they're a top-quality baseball team, which doesn't really make sense, as I've said on the show a million times. When you looked at the season before it started, if you would have said the best record in baseball was going to be the Brewers in the middle of August, not one person would believe you unless you're from Milwaukee. So good for them. They've been fantastic. Before we dive into a little more, Hefe, let's go over the comments. Mr. Norman is here as always. We appreciate you, Bill. Say good morning. MBM is crushing it. Hell yeah, brother. MBM always crushes it. Jabo dropping in a ton of games. We'll cover everyone you dropped in there, Jabo. A few of them we had pre-selected. A few we didn't. So thank you for your couple extra games for us. He is saying, what's up, fellas? And Hefe. Jabo's always pumped when Hefe is in the building. And Stetsy Boy is saying Quinn Priester with the King crown. They have not lost, I believe. This is the JD stat. The Brewers have not lost a game he has started since, I believe, early May. So incredible what Priester has been doing. Incredible run by this Brewers team. Hefe, as always, we're going to go over our weekend recap. Talk about how we did. You kind of alluded to it quickly, but let's dive into the official segment for it. How did you do on the weekend? I know you kind of said you've been absolutely crushing it, but go in a little more detail for us. Breaking news. Alexander Madison, running back of the Dolphins this year, is officially out for the season. Just got the notification, so didn't want to get that in there. Back to the weekend recap, Hefe.
No, we did good. Weekend was great. Saturday was honestly a great day. We cashed in big on the Mariners last game there. That's really it. Been kind of just this weekend was a tale of fading the really bad teams, taking the really good teams, and staying away from any team that had a New York in front of it.
You're not wrong. Saturday was a bad day for me. Yesterday was a decent day, and today we're going to get back on the winning ways. We had a big end to our week last week. Saturday was a bit of a letdown day. Can't lie about that. And then yesterday was around a 500 day, so not a great day, not a bad day. But I love a lot of today's games. I love a lot of action that we have, and we are still up big to start the month. So let's get right into the action, Hefe. You ready to dive in?
Yes, sir.
Let's get it, brother. First game we're going to break down today is going to be the Phillies going to Cincinnati and taking on the Reds. Pitching for the Phillies today is going to be Taijuan Walker, Tijuana Flats. He's 4-5 on the year with a 3.5 ERA and a 1.3 WHIP. I mean, Hefe, I can't lie. He's been better than expected. 3.5 ERA for Taijuan Walker. Who would have predicted that? The guy's like 1,000 years old, had a terrible year last year, started this season in the bullpen because they couldn't utilize him as a starter because of how bad he was last year, but he stepped it up. He's been good. Like I said, 3.5 ERA in the year. No arguing those numbers. On the other side, we have Andy Abbott. Andrew Abbott is 8-2 on the year with a 2.3 ERA. We've talked about Abbott all year on the show. He's been a fantastic pitcher who does not get a lot of recognition. Nope. Didn't have his name up in the Cy Young top candidates for a while when he had the numbers to be there, and that's kind of changed. He has gotten a little bit better recognition as the season has gone on because he's continued to perform well. Hefe, all that being said, the Reds are a slight favorite here tonight. What you got? And what's up, Thomas? We appreciate the shout-out for me and Hefe.
Reds are rightfully so a favorite at home. Well, they're at home. But that's not what the story is here because the Phillies have actually racked up quite a few road.
The Phillies have been very good as of late on the road.
Yeah, they just swept the Rangers in Texas last week, and I'm trying to see when the last time they played a road game before that because they had quite of a homestand. Yeah, it's honestly, I have to go back to July, so it's not even worth it. But Phillies are great. Kyle Schwarber looks great. The pitchers look great. The matchup here tonight is why the Reds are getting the slight edge at home with Abbott. I mean, a sub 2.5 ERA, an 8-2 record. He hasn't. I can't remember if it was his last start or the start before last, where he kind of got shaken up a bit. But at home, he's even better than he is on the road. He's pitching to an ERA just above 2 at home, 4-1 overall record. He actually did pitch already against the Phillies, which is the only thing that's stopping me because he did not have a good one. He gave up 4 runs and didn't even last through 4 innings.
You beat me to it. This is exactly what I was going to get into. Keep it rolling.
And that, to me, when you mix that with the fact that the Phillies are just firing on all cylinders, nobody's really talking about it because everybody's kind of blinded at the trade deadline acquisitions that the Padres made and, other teams. But the Phillies, bringing in Duran from the Twins,
unbelievable
was
move.
humongous. That is a surefire, put him into the night, any high leverage situation. He's ready to roll. And they were missing that in the back end of their bullpen. If their hitters hit to the back of their baseball cards like they are right now, especially Schwarber, who is having a hell of a second half of the season, seems going to be in it for the long run. As far as tonight, I lean towards the Phillies here. I can see this also getting more skewed towards even numbers as first pitch comes closer. I think right now you're getting a premium on the Reds just because people are looking at the 2 starting pitchers, and Walker not so great record-wise. Abbott pretty good record-wise, especially at home. But head-to-head here, taking the Phillies here.
Phillies have won 7 of their last 8 games. As you alluded to, they've been unbelievably hot, especially since the All-Star break. Then you take a look at how the Reds have done when Andrew Abbott has started as of late. You kind of alluded to it as well, and you're talking about it. He did get shelled in his last outing. That was his last game. Last game against the Cubs, which was on Wednesday, August 6th. He did allow 7 hits, 4 earned run, 2 homers, and did have 2 walks in that game as well. Was only able to get 3 strikeouts. Here's some of the alarming numbers for me. Over his last 3 starts for Abbott, his strikeouts have decreased dramatically. He's down to a total of 11 strikeouts over the last 3 games, and only 4 strikeouts in his last 2 games. Not great there. It is becoming a lot of mileage on his arm. I think that's the best way to put it. The innings are racking up for Abbott, and he's not a guy who's had a ton of innings in his career. He's 26 years old. He's a very good young pitcher. But we start to see some of these guys kind of tail off and kind of regress a little bit as the season goes on when they just haven't done this before or pitched anywhere near this amount of innings. Another big point about the Reds when Abbott's been on the bump, they have lost 3 of the last 4 games he started. So they haven't been exactly winning games when he's been on the bump. They've been favored in most of those games as well. In this spot, I'm going to ride the hot hand. The Phillies have won 7 out of their last 8. They have been playing good teams, and they've been beating good teams. And this Phillies team, I don't know how you feel, Hefe, they're poised to make a deep run in the postseason. They look fantastic. They're ordered top to bottom. Their pitching rotation, and now with the additions to the bullpen, they're looking like a real threat out of the NL. So for me, I'm going to keep riding the Phillies. We talk about it on the show all the time, and I know that Hefe agrees with this. When a team is hot in the summer, you ride that hot team. When a team is cold in the summer, you fade that cold team. Look at the Mets. Look at the Yankees. If you've been following that motto, you're up big over the last couple weeks. So in this specific spot, I'm going to take the Phillies. They keep winning. Let's see them get it done here. Before we move to the next game, Hefe, what do you think about the Phillies' outlook on the season? I did quickly want to get your opinion on potentially them making it out of the NL.
I mean, they are getting blessed by a Mets team that is reeling the wrong way. Blessed by a Braves team that really never showed up from the get-go this year. And 2 other teams that don't honestly need to even be named, even though the Marlins are sneakily hovering around 500. Nobody's talking about that, and that's really impressive because they're basically a minor league team with 1 or 2 true major league talents. The Phillies are being handed a division right now. It's all going to come down, as it always does, to how they play in the postseason. We all know that park, I hate to admit it, that ballpark gets wild in the postseason. It is a hell of an advantage for them to play at home. It's all going to come down to matchups, as it always does in the MLB postseason, which I personally think is a sham how they set it up, where you're play a freaking 162 games, and then because the team in front of you could just be one of the best teams, now you're in a wild card situation, you got to do a best of 3. Dumbest thing I've ever heard of in my life. And then even dumber, you move into the second round, which why isn't it 7? They make it 5. That's stupid. And then finally, in the conference championships, the championship series, that's when you get to the 7-game series. I hate how baseball sets up its playoffs.
Couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more.
I hate it.
I think we're on the same page of thinking how well they can do.
The Phillies are there. It's going to come down to the matchups because there are some teams that can match up with them very, very well. I would hate to see a Phillies-Padres 5-game series.
I agree.
It would actually have to be the wild card because the Padres are going to be the number one wild card probably.
Yeah, no, I'm with you 1,000%.
I would hate that. It's MLB robbing us of something great.
Couldn't agree more. I'm with you 1,000%. We're on the exact same page. Brucey is here. Got to shout out Brucey Green. Always drops in some locks in the chat. He likes the Dodgers team total, I guess, over 3.5 plus the Yamamoto K's over. So it doesn't say over or under there, Brucey. Just confirm for the people out there. But I do think you mean probably the team total over if you're going to take anything on the Dodgers and with Yamamoto there. So let's see that hit for us. All right, Hefe. We got to do it. We have the minor league Twins, the Minnesota Twins, who, let's be honest here, the LG Twins of the KBO would probably beat the Minnesota Twins with the current roster right now. Pitching for your Minnesota Twins is Zebby Matthews. And boy, does Zebby Matthews suck. He is 3-3 on the year with a 5.2 ERA and a 1.4 whip. He's only pitched 38 innings, but this team's got nobody else. They have no more major league players on this roster. So there's a lot of guys you're going to see pitching and playing for this Twins team that you probably haven't heard of too much before this season. Pitching for your pathetic New York Yankees is Will Warren. Will Warren is 6-5 with a 4.5 ERA and a 1.42 whip. F.A., is there any chance in hell you could put the Yankees in a parlay today? Is there any chance in hell you're comfortable taking the Twins in this spot? What do you like?
No. I mean, listen. Yankees just have more major league talent than the Twins do. Have obviously thrown in the towel in their season of trade deadline. Yep. That's the first thing. But the second thing is that the damn New York Yankees are, I have no words, embarrassing, not stepping up to the moment. It's way too nonchalant. And listen, the way that baseball's set up with the third wild card, they're very much so in it. I'm not acting like the Yankees season is over. It's
no,
not.
They're going to get in as a wild card team and lose in the first round.
I think they currently hold the last wild card space by like a half game over Cleveland, I believe. So let's not act like the Yankees, are totally done. But no. The Yankees are totally done.
Yeah.
They have absolutely no belief, and you could tell in the way that they're managed. The pitchers have no belief in the way that they're pitched. Batters have no belief in the way that they're batting. And in the field, they have no belief in themselves. Yep. I've never seen a team, and I never felt this way as a baseball fan, where I literally every single ground ball think, oh wow, this could be an error. And that's how I feel with the Yankees. Every single pop fly could be dropped. It's such a weird feeling.
Yep.
Do I think what you said earlier about baseball being a streaky sport, the hot teams, the cold teams, I think the Yankees could have a hot streak ahead of them? I absolutely do. Could this be the start of it? It absolutely can. Am I going to wager on it before it happens? Absolutely not.
Yeah, no, I'm with you 1,000%.
I could see this being a dumb, stupid 3-1 victory by the Twins.
You know what's weird? The Twins have the worst roster right now in baseball, in my opinion. I genuinely believe they don't have a major league roster. However, since they've traded everyone away, this team has gotten better, weirdly. So let's go over their last recent performances. So against Kansas City, they won the series 2-1. Against the Detroit Tigers, they won the series 2-1. Against the Gardos, they did lose that series 2-1. And the series before that was against Boston, which they lost 2-1. This team's competing right now with a lack of major league talent. It's kind of interesting what they're doing. The one question I have for you, Hefe, there's a couple new injuries one's an injury, one's a birth of a child. So let me break it down. Byron Buxton was just added, or he's been on the 10-day IL. He's estimated to come back tomorrow. I don't think he'll be in there today. He's eligible to come off the IL today, but I'm reading it won't be till tomorrow until we see him play. Another one is Matt Wallner, a guy who's been very good for him. He's on paternity leave. So I know they've been good, but they don't have Buxton tonight, and they're not going to have Wallner. It's difficult for me to think this Twins team's going to put up runs. Will Warren has been good, but at the same time, am I willing to take the Yankees right now when they've been absolutely dog shit in any sort of way? I'm not. If you are looking for action in this game, which I think there's plenty of better games that you can look at, I'd potentially target a Yankees team total over because of Zebby Matthews, but I still don't know if the Yankees will win the game. So if you are interested in anything like that, you can get a Yankees team total number. Give me 1 second to get the updated line. You can get that at a 4.5, but it's just too juiced. It's minus 140 on the over. So I just don't think there's any good ways you could play this Yankees team right now. Maybe take a chance on the Twins, guys. I mean, the Yankees have been that bad that you can get huge plus money on the Twins. If you do want action, you could take a small chance on the Twins. But there's going to be no official play for me in this game. But I do have an official VIP play in the next game. So, Hefe, you ready to dive in to game number 3 of the day? Let's circle the wagons and keep it moving, brother. Next game, we have the Boston Red Sox going to Houston and taking on the Astros. We have a very, very, very interesting pitching matchup here. Garrett Crochet is pitching for the Red Sox. He's their guy. 13-4, 2.2 ERA, 1.07 whip. Crochet's been the dude. There's no doubt about it. Young, talented, and has lived up to every single expectation Boston had when acquiring him in the offseason. But on the other side for the Astros, they're getting a guy back, a big-name pitcher in Christian Javier, who has had a ton of success for this Astros team in the past. Hefe, this one's interesting to me for a couple reasons. It's so obvious who has the pitching advantage. That's going to be the Boston Red Sox. They got Crochet on the bump. But if the Astros keep this one close and we get into a bullpen game, the Astros are going to win this game. So the battle is, will the Red Sox score enough runs off Christian Javier before Garrett Crochet gets pulled? So where the bullpen isn't a huge deal. Or do you think the Astros pulled this one out late? What do you think happens in this game? Because the Red Sox are a massive minus 175 favorite here, and those odds to me are a bit crazy.
Yeah, crazy odds. Another thing to keep in consideration, as somebody who just watched the Astros play for a couple games because they were playing against the Yankees, they didn't have to use that bullpen much. Actually, They didn't have to use that bullpen whatsoever yesterday. Hader is completely rested and ready to roll. And that is huge. And I don't think that's being weighted here. As you said, really, it's just about how the Red Sox can get to Christian Javier. They haven't seen Javier yet this year. Nobody really has. I think last he pitched was like in May. And this is a guy that in years past was a great pitcher for them. There's always that maturation period of getting back into game speed. And I truly do believe that. I hate backing a pitcher. I don't care how great he was. Whenever you're out for an extended period of time,
I understand that.
Backing in your first game back, I think there is a little bit of a period of time where you got to get used to it. So it really does come down to Garrett Crochet versus the Astros in the first, 5-6 innings, however long Crochet can go, and who's going to get to the bullpen first. This number is humongous. I mean, a minus 75 on the road is that I would never guess that unless you're playing the Rockies or the White Sox, or I guess the Mets or the Yankees at this point. But that is a scary number. There is an interesting angle here. And the Astros plus 1.5 at a minus 125 that I kind of think is the smart play here, because I can see the Red Sox winning this game, but I can see the Astros making it close as the game gets later. I feel much more comfortable taking a minus 125 with a run in my pocket on the Astros side, especially at home too.
I can't believe you said that, dude. That's my exact play on this game, and for several reasons. I absolutely love the Astros plus 1.5 in this spot. The one thing that scares me is Javier hasn't been great in his rehab starts. So he pitched in 5 rehab starts, getting geared up for this game, to an ERA of a 5.14. His last game was a little bit better. He threw 77 pitches, gave him some length. He went 3 2/3 for AAA Sugarland. He allowed only 1 run. He walked 4 batters, but he struck out 6. So let's go over a little bit more about who Christian Javier is. 28 years old, had a breakout season in 2022 where he posted a 2.5 ERA and had over 190 strikeouts in only 145 innings. He was fantastic. Last year, needed Tommy John. So it's a little difficult taking a guy coming back after they need Tommy John. That's my big concern here. But I think when this one goes to the bullpen, the Astros will be able to put up some decent runs. We saw what they did to the Yankees bullpen. We've seen what this Astros team is now that they got Carlos Correa back in the lineup. And let me tell you something. Has anyone looked and seen what Carlos Correa has been doing since returning to the Astros? I'll give you a little sneak peek. He's batting nearly 500. And his power has come all the way back. Jose Altuve might be the hottest hitter in baseball right now. He just torched the Yankees all weekend long, and his bat is coming to life now that Correa is back on the team as well. So for me, I'm definitely going to be taking the plus 1.5 for the Astros at minus 125. It's only going to be for 1U because I am a little nervous about Javier's debut. But would I be surprised if the Astros win this outright? Not at all. Not at all. I think this game is mispriced. I think this one should be closer to the Red Sox being about a minus 150, and they're just not. They're closing it into minus 180 right now. So the value to me is in the Astros, and you can get the plus 1.5 at minus 125. Definitely going to be a VIP play from me. Over to the comments. Our guy Monzi Man is here. Monzi, we appreciate you, brother. Let's make some money on this beautiful August 11th Monday afternoon. All right, Hef. We got one more pre-scheduled games, but our guy J-Bo gave us some more. Guys in the chat, give us more games. Anything you guys want us to talk about today, put it in the chat. We are here to give you guys the show that you guys do want from us. All right, Hefe, let's move on to our final pre-scheduled game of the day, which is going to be your San Diego Padres taking on the San Francisco Giants. And Hefe, I'm so happy you're here today because you know more than anyone, because I blow your phone up probably more than anyone, how I feel about this San Francisco Giants team. For multiple years now, I've texted you, told you on all these shows a million times that I think this Giants team's a fade. I don't think they're a real contender in the NL. And this year, I've been pretty accurate about that. The Giants are 59-59. They were sellers at the deadline, getting rid of Camilo Duvall, getting rid of Yastrzemski, getting rid of a lot of key core pieces from that team who have been there for a very long time. Let's get into this specific game, Hefe. Pitching for the San Diego Padres is Yu Darvish. He's 1-3 on the year with a 6.5 ERA. On the other side is Logan Webb, who has a 3.2 ERA, having a very good year. His record is 10-8. This Giants team does not hit when he is on the bump. Hefe, how do you think this one plays out?
Man, Logan Webb never gets spoken about, honestly. I'm looking it up right now. He's fifth in the league in strikeouts with 165. That's hefty. Pretty solid at home. 5-2 record, pitching to a 2.7 ERA. And now you look at his two starts versus San Diego, combined 13 innings pitched, 5 earned runs allowed in those two combined games. I mean, that's pretty solid. Let's go to the bad part. Since the All-Star break, my man is 1-3.
Yep.
And it's just not been a good 1-3, to be honest with you.
And do you know what Yu Darvish is since the All-Star break?
Yeah, he's not even Yu Darvish since the All-Star break. Let's take that guy. Yu Darvish since the All-Star break is actually, I mean, not terrible.
He's turned it around, Hef.
He had one really, really bad start in late June against the Cardinals. Gave up 8 runs in 3 innings. That's rough. But his last 2 starts, solid. Shut out a Mets team. That's not hard to do. And then got a nice few innings in on the D-backs. Did give up 3 earned runs, but did earn the win in that one.
Yep.
Yeah. So this is, but man.
Great comment, Monzi. Monzi's out of here. San Diego is the second best against right-handed right-handed pitchers in terms of strikeouts. Yes, they do a great job of not striking out.
Is this number throwing you off with the Giants? I mean, yes, the Giants are at home, so and they have the better pitcher, but there's no comparison here. The Padres are the better team, the hotter team. 1 through 9 lineup is so much better than the Giants lineup, and at the end of the day, I think the Padres have probably one of the best bullpens, if not the best bullpen in the MLB right now. Yep. When you consider the additions that they made, the Giants do not have that. You even have made sense that the Giants traded away probably their best bullpen arm to the Yankees. Not like that's making a big difference. It's a whole story for a whole nother time. But this is hard because on paper, it makes all the sense why the Giants are the favorites here. But when you sit down and look at the numbers, you look at the fact that the Padres have been playing fantastic baseball. We just spoke about the Red Sox. They took 2 out of 3 against the Red Sox at home, beating them in their last 2. They're playing great baseball. Offensive-wise, they're just hopefully taking it to another level. I'm struggling with this one. What do you think?
Well, quickly, before I go into my opinions on this game, shout out JD, who is in the chat. I know he's on vacation today. You guys know that. He'll be back on, I believe, Thursday. Checking in from the pool. His best bet is the Pirates and the Brewers over 8. He bet it last night. The line is up to 8.5, I believe, JD. But I will break this down when we go over best bets. Also, a big, big, big shout out to JD's parents. Today is their 41st wedding anniversary. So congrats to them. You don't hear that anymore at all. So congrats to them for making it 41 years. Phenomenal to see you in the chat, JD, and phenomenal to hear that. J-Bo is also excited that JD is in the chat. All right, to my pick in this Padres game, I'm taking the Padres on the money line. They're the better team. Hefe, everything you said I agree to. And the big question mark in this game, guys, is what Yu Darvish is going to show up. Is it going to be the dog shit Yu Darvish who's gotten blown up a bunch of games this year? Or is it going to be the one who showed up the last 2 to 3 games who's pitched significantly better? His K rate has almost doubled in the last couple games, and I expect another big performance out of him in this spot. The Giants are a team I love to fade, especially when they are favorites. They have not done well as favorites this year. When they are expected to win, they have let you down. And Logan Webb is pretty much a favorite every time he steps on the bump. He's 10-8, guys. They haven't exactly won when he has been out there. So I'm going to be taking the Padres here on the money line. I think they're definitely going to be able to get it done for us tonight in the late game. All right, Hefe, we've had a couple questions here. People want to hear about the Brewers game, so we're going to put that up there. And we also have a couple things about the Dodgers game. So those are the two games I have right now we're going to cover. Jabo, if I missed any of yours, drop them in there. We'll cover that as well. Or if anyone else has any other games, drop them in. We will get those games covered. Over to the Pirates and the Brewers. Pitching for the Pittsburgh Pirates is Andrew Heaney. The Heen Dog is 5-9 on the year with a 4.77 ERA and a 1.27 whip. Pitching for the Brewers is Jose Quintana. Quintana's 9-4 with a 3.57 ERA. Hefe, pretty pricey here. The Brewers are coming in around a -190, -200. Is this a parlay piece for you? Anything you like on the Brewers side? Because we alluded to it in the intro to the show. You cannot fade the Brewers right now, and I would not fade them against this Pirates team outright. Anything you like in this game? Maybe a parlay piece?
Yeah, I mean, Brewers have won 9 games in a row. Pirates have not. Heaney's 5-9. Quintana on the mound for the Brew Crew. He's 9-4.
Pirates are also like the worst road team ever. They're 17-39.
And the Brewers, I mean, after a win like they had yesterday, walking it off on Edwin Diaz, they're bringing that energy right into tonight. Did you see what the run line odds are? Because that's the only thing that's throwing me off a little.
Yeah, makes absolutely no sense. So the run line here is -1.5 for the Brewers at a -105. So do you think that has anything to do with the Brewers being home? So I know they lose the bottom of the ninth if they're winning, essentially. But to me, that doesn't make a huge difference when this team has just been playing such good baseball.
I don't get it either. I get the thought process with losing a half inning, but to me, you'd only lose that half inning if the game's close, and I don't expect this game to be close. I just don't. I mean, I could see this being a 6-2 coast-to-coast victory for the Brewers, and it's never even like that close. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yep. Our guy Thomas is on the over 8.5 here. What do you think about the over for Thomas?
I would say that I would take a look at Pirates team total before I look at the over. I'm not trusting the Pirates to score runs.
Well, let me pull it up here.
Brewers team total, sorry.
Let me pull it up here. I can bring up both team totals so we can go over all the information. So the Brewers team total is 4.5 -136. The Pirates team total is 3.5 -115. Doesn't make me love the over here when they're projecting those totals for each team. However, I could see the Brewers going significantly over on the team total. So I do like the Brewers team total a little bit more. But Thomas, you could definitely get that over here at 8.5. I will be rooting for it. But for me personally, I would recommend taking the Brewers -1.5. Hefe, I know it's a bit of a trappy line. It feels a little scary. But at -105, you can get it even better than the standard -110. I think it's good value. What do you think? You found it, so I'm assuming you may like it.
I like it. There is one game with one run line that I like better. It is my best bet of today. We have not spoken about it yet. I will go over it when we don't have any more.
Is it the Rangers D-backs game? Because that's the game we have next.
No. It is not. It is not.
Right.
It's a game that you would never look at because why would you?
All right. Well, we're going to pull up the Rangers D-backs. Then we're going to talk about this next. Pitching for your Arizona D-backs is Ryan Nelson. He's 6-3 on the year with a 3.2 ERA. And pitching for the Texas Rangers is that dude. Is him. Nathan Eovaldi, 10-3, 1.38 ERA. Let me repeat that. He's pitched 111 innings. He has a 1.38 ERA and a 0.84 whip. People are not talking about what Eovaldi's doing. What he is doing right now is absolutely historic. And shout out. Wow. Didn't expect to see you in the chat today. Not a big baseball guy, but our guy Jake is here to talk shit about the Yankees and Jalen Brunson. It wouldn't be a show with Jake here if he didn't talk shit about Jalen Brunson to Hefe. Hefe, back over to you. All that being said, we got the D-backs, we got the Rangers. Also, comment on what Eovaldi's doing because it's been unbelievable.
I am going to let this out. I took a future on the Rangers to win the World Series.
Really?
Because Bruce Bochy is one of the greatest minds in baseball in terms of a manager. He actually manages the game. Isn't that refreshing?
Yeah.
And Nathan Eovaldi is the guy. You always need a guy. Every championship team needs the guy. He will take the damn ball on 3 games rest, and he will pitch you a freaking gem. On top of that, in my opinion, they have 2 other guys who might be able to do that. One a little more proven than the other, in DeGrom over Merrill Kelly. But three veteran pitchers that I think can
They got a big three.
Into the seventh inning in any playoff game. Shortens the bullpen. They do not have a fantastic bullpen. Doesn't mean they have a terrible bullpen. Not a fantastic one, but they don't need them for a lot. Then you start talking about their lineup, which most of them are still the core of who won the championship a few years back. Simeon, Seager, was Garcia? Aroldis Garcia was there for sure. It's really all I got off the top of my head.
Just call him Aroldis Garcia. That's a good one. Adolis, but I like Aroldis. That was fun.
I'm going with Aroldis.
I like it. I like it. Little Chapman action. Shout out Chapman.
Yeah, and but back to Valdi. Last time he pitched, I watched the game. One hitter versus the Yankees, and it was a goddamn gem. It was a
masterclass.
Gem. It was a masterclass. The man was
in
control. I think there was only one ball that was even like a ball that you would even look up at the TV and be think he would even have a chance to be a hit. It was incredible pitching performance by him. Diamondbacks are coming off of a lot of runs versus a team that you should score a lot of runs against, the Colorado Rockies.
Absolutely.
So I'm not going to add their recent success into this formulation. I think it's a very weird line to distinguish between the run line and the money line. You can get the money line at a beautiful plus 140, minus 1.5, and the money line's at minus 165. To me, this is a wonderful parlay piece. You could take the Rangers with the Brewers. That's what I think I would be looking at here is the Rangers and the Brewers. You could even do Rangers and maybe the Padres.
Dodgers.
The Dodgers.
Yamamoto back on the bump tonight.
Yama on the mound. Yeah, one against Angels is basically an ipso facto home game for the Dodgers.
Yep. It's plus one. You get a plus 160 on the Rangers Dodgers parlay. So there's some pretty big value in that, in my opinion.
That's solid, honestly. I did not look deep into the Dodgers. That's a solid parlay right there. I do like the Rangers in a parlay piece. I think Eovaldi pitches a gem.
I'm in the exact same boat. I feel the exact same way you do. They've won 7 straight games that Eovaldi has started. The team has played great for him. Thomas, that is my official parlay of the day. You guys out there know I have a parlay of the day every single day. That is what I'm absolutely playing here. Yet again, the parlay is the Texas Rangers with the LA Dodgers. You can get that at a plus 160. Absolutely love the parlay. Just think there's too much value on that to not take it. All right, Hefe. We're going to move on to the next game for our guy, Thomas, which I don't even need to say anything. So this is only going to be for you because we're covering the Dodgers and the Angels. Pitching for the Dodgers, it's Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Yamamoto is 10-7 with a 2.5 ERA and a 1.04 whip. On the other side, Jose Soriano, 7-9 with a 4.01 ERA. Quickly, I'll go over my opinion on this game. Who wins the pitching matchup? The Dodgers. Who wins the batting order matchup? The Dodgers. Who's going to have the home crowd? Yeah, the game is technically an Angels game. It's a home game for the Dodgers. The Dodgers have every advantage in this game. I think they win it very comfortably, and I think they're a perfect parlay piece to go with the last game with the Texas Rangers. Hefe, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, man. Dodgers are looking like they're finally getting out of that weird funk they were in for about a month, where they just couldn't string together wins. They're looking like they're getting back into their shape, which is honestly perfect for them because in baseball, you got to start ramping it up right around early September, and it's early August. They have time. Ohtani looking great, especially from the plate. Recently, I think he hit a leadoff home run yesterday. Could be wrong. It was leadoff.
Yes, he did.
And Yamamoto, I know his win-loss might not be amazing, but pitching to an ERA just above 2.5, a whip just above 1, almost 140 strikeouts. I would say that he's pitching like he was supposed to be pitching, as advertised. To be honest with you. And we'll see where that takes them. But I like what you said. I think you are way more comfortable putting the Dodgers in a parlay piece with the Rangers than taking the Dodgers on the run line. Dodgers run line is like a minus 110.
That's the question we have from Thomas here. I was going to ask you next. Yeah. What do you think about the Dodgers run line?
For me, I feel more comfortable about parlaying it with the Rangers or another heavy favorite like the Brewers. Instead of just taking them straight up and having to rely on that two runs win.
Could not agree more. I think the only way you can play the Dodgers tonight is going to be on the money line on the parlay. Let's take a look at the recent performances. Yeah, I mean, in all their most recent wins, they've won by multiple runs. So, Thomas, if you do like it, I don't hate it, but I definitely feel a lot more comfortable taking them in the money line parlay. Like I said, you can get a plus 160 odds there. I think that's the best value. Anything you can take with the Dodgers or the Rangers tonight, so I'm going to stick with that. But they have been winning most of their games by more than 1.5 runs and by more than 3 runs, to be honest with you. So, if you do like the run line, I don't hate it, but I definitely think the parlay is a much better option in tonight's matchup. Hefe, is there one more game you want to go over where you have your best bet?
Yeah. I got one game that I want to go over. I haven't touched it yet. It is an absolute snoozer of a game, but I think by far it's my favorite bet. It's the
Let me
Cardinals and the Rockies.
guess. Well,
Nope,
I
sorry.
think it's the Cardinals and the Rockies.
It's going to be the Cardinals and the Rockies.
Fucking nailed it.
I'm not even going to lie to you. I don't even need to speak 1 second about the Cardinals, and I'm not even going to waste any time on speaking about them. They won last night, I think 3-2 over the Cubs. Solid win to save that series at home. Today they played the Colorado Rockies, who there's a couple things about them, especially one fact that I had to look up 3 times because I couldn't even believe it. First of all, the starting pitcher for the Rockies today, who doesn't even deserve me to say his name, but I still will, Dollander's 2-9 with an ERA above 6.6. Rockies have lost 7 games in a row. That's nothing to be shocked at. But here is the crazy number that I looked at a few times. Run differential. There is 2 teams with a run differential in the MLB over -100, Nationals and Rockies. There is 1 team with a run differential over 200. That is the Colorado Rockies. There is also 1 team with a run differential over 300, and that is the Colorado Rockies. Their run differential going into tonight is a insane -329. I'm going to repeat the stat backwards.
That's insane.
They are at -329 runs. There is no other team other than them that's over 300. There is no other team other than them that is over 200. There is only one other team other than them that is over 100, and it's
That's so bad. That is just so
all
bad.
other teams are below 100. You have to try to be this bad. And because of that, I do not care who they play. I will take the run line when I can get it at -1.5 because it normally is going to end up at 2.5. The Cardinals are not world beaters by any stretch of the imagination. I think Mikolas is on the mound for them tonight. But I'm taking them. They had a good win last night where they came back late and got some clutch hitting against a good Cubs team, and Amango was pitching. I forgot how to say that. How do you say that guy's name? Showed up.
Imanaga
pitched amazing for the Cubs last night up until I think the 7th or 8th. Gave up a 2-out single. They stole a base, ended up getting a run, then ended up winning by that. Great job by them. I'm taking the Cardinals on the run line, -1.5 and -110 odds. It's my best play. The Rockies shouldn't be allowed to play baseball anymore.
Yep, no, I'm with you. I love that play. I'll probably tail it on my card today as well. I have not looked into this game yet. My VIP card has not been sent yet, but I love everything you said about it. That run differential stat is disgusting. Yeah, it's disgusting. Imagine being a Rockies fan, bro.
No, there are none. That's not possible. They're in therapy. I will say this.
I forgot to.
This is not a game on parlay. Do not, because if the Cardinals don't win this game by the run line, they're not winning this game. The Cardinals are not winning this game by a run. It's just not happening. If the Cardinals don't win by 2 or more, it's because the Rockies found a way to win their 1 out of every 11 games, and that's going to be tonight. So do not get mixed up and throw the Cardinals into a parlay because it's not worth it. It's just not. The Cardinals are a single solo bet on the run line. That's it. And if you're looking for a parlay, we've already spoken about it. I think any combination of the 3 of the Brewers, Rangers, and Dodgers will get you to a really solid place.
I agree. I'm with you 1,000%, Hefe. So let's get after it tonight and have a monster day. That's going to do it for our breakdowns of the day. But as you guys know on the show, there's still our biggest segment of the day. We're going to immediately, and I mean immediately, dive into our best bets for today, Monday, August 11th. Hefe, I got 3 today. How many you got?
I only got my big one that I just spoke about.
So we know what that is.
I'm really heavy on the Cardinals, guys, on the run line, -110 odds. I will say that after hearing you out, going through it, I think that I'm going to throw in a little parlay right here live. I'm going to tell you right now what it's going to come down to. I'm doing the Brewers and the Dodgers on the money line parlay, plus 130 odds. If you want to get al dente with it, if you want to put a little extra Parmesan cheese on your pasta, and you want to throw a little Texas Rangers in there, we're talking about a plus 270 parlay.
I don't like that kind of dinner. But I think it might hit, but
that's a lot of spices.
You know my opinion on the spice rack and the parlay rack. 2 teams max. So going to that third
I
team
agree.
scares me a bit.
I agree.
I'd probably try and find a 4th team if you want to do 2 parlays today and do two leggers. I don't like mixing and matching my parlays with multiple teams or with one team in multiple parlays. I don't need one team blowing multiple parlays for me. But if you do want to find a second parlay, I do think all those 3 teams are very strong plays today. So that's the way I would approach it as well. I'll dive into my best 3 bets of the day. Hefe, Philadelphia Phillies, plus 105 on the money line. Houston Astros, plus 1.5 on the run line, minus 125. And the San Diego Padres on the money line at plus 115. I got 3 dogs today. 3 dogs. It's Dog Mondays. We're going to see a lot of the underdogs have some big performances. Hopefully not in the Cardinals game, but hopefully in the games that I did just go over. Hefe, what do you got for the people before we get out of here today? What do you
Nothing,
got?
man. I mean, I got filling in the spot for JD, so I guess I got to do the thing. And let's fucking win, guys.
Let's
I'm
fucking
excited.
win. Wait, before we do get out of here, JD did give us a best bet, and I said I'd put it out there, and I forgot when it came down
Watch
to
it.
best
It's going
bet.
to be
So
the
we got
Rockies.
here.
It's going to be the Rockies plus 1.5. Okay, thank you.
Pirates, Brewers, over 8 from our guy JD. You guys know what the Moneyball Metrics team has been doing lately. JD especially has been on freaking fire. So make sure you guys tail that. Hefe, do it one more time, and then let's get the fuck out of here.
Let's fucking win, everybody. And I'm happy and proud to say that I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Hell yeah, brother. We'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Let's fucking win. Peace out, everybody.